Welcome again to our show. This is, my name is Mike Currier, and this is a conversation we're going to have with one of the Lake of the Ozarks people who knows what's going on. Today we have Tim Jacobson, and Tim is the director of the Lake of the Ozarks Convention and Visitors Bureau. And not everything might turn around them, but they're on the wheel and they know what's going on. So, Tim, thank you for coming today, and we're glad you could take some time to visit with us.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. Tim, I know you a tiny little bit, but give our audience a quick review of maybe a 1-minute biosketch of who Tim Jacobson really is.
Sure. Originally moved to Lake of the Ozarks in the mid-'70s. My father took a position as a sales manager at Burton Dinky's Tan Terra Resort. So we moved here from St. Louis in the mid-'70s, and I had the opportunity, like many young men here at the lake, to work at the resort from Memorial Day to Labor Day during the season and then on the weekends. So that was a great opportunity to get myself involved into the hospitality industry as a young man. And after graduating from Camden High School in '80, we moved to Texas, and I went to school at Sam Houston State University, and worked in food and beverage in the industry in Texas for a few years. And in 1990, moved back to Lake of the Ozarks and took a position at the Lodge of Four Seasons as a sales manager, and worked in the sales department there, booking conventions and meetings for about 4 years. And then I moved on to Hyatt Hotels and Resorts, and moved throughout the United States, working at different properties. Then went to Opryland Hotel, Gaylord Entertainment.
Ooh, I love that place.
Yeah, it's a beautiful hotel, 3,000 rooms, and worked there for several years, and then relocated to Florida and ran an island resort in Florida called Cabbage Key. Met my beautiful wife, Buffy, at the time, and we decided to relocate back to Lake of the Ozarks to raise our family, and came back and was a general manager of the Inn at Grand Glaze when Joe Pottinger, my predecessor, retired from the Convention and Visitor Bureau, and that has it, about 7 years ago, took the job as executive director of the Convention and Visitor Bureau.
But it's really changed since then. I know you're involved in Lower Deck, the Lake of the Ozarks Regional Economic and Development Council. Tell us what Lower Deck is all about.
You know, Lower Deck is a group that is here to support economic development at Lake of the Ozarks.
And convention and visitors is a lot of that.
Yeah, I think that, in my perspective from our bylaws and the way that the Convention and Visitor Bureau operates, our number one role is economic development. And I know there's a lot of different terms for economic development, but tourism is part of economic development, and bringing growth, bringing good jobs, and quality living are all part of economic development. I think that's what the Lower Deck focuses on. The goals right now are to be able to be a resource for individuals that are looking at relocating to the Lake of the Ozarks with some type of a business. So gathering information, good, viable, and consistent information as far as demographics and workforce study and those types of material that people would be looking at that want to consider the Lake of the Ozarks for a business. So that's our main focus at this point, working hand in hand with the Council of Local Governments, with all of the Lake area chambers of commerce, the different developers and businesses at the lake that have an interest in seeing the Lake of the Ozarks grow.
And together you can accomplish more than in separate efforts.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects of economic development, whether it be an existing building or facility or plant that may be empty, being able to get that information out there to potential businesses that might be able to fit within the existing parameters of what we might have available, or for raw land that could be available to build some type of a manufacturing plant or whatever it be. Anything from a convenience store to a gas station to a grocery store to a full manufacturing plant or a corporation, call center. There's a lot of different aspects of business that fit well here at Lake of the Ozarks in our central location.
That's
and
great.
What we have to offer.
I've been here for about 4 years, and even in that short period of time, in whatever capacities I've been involved in, I can feel that there's growth coming back. Mm-hmm. And I'll ask you that in a few minutes. So you have some publications here you might want to tell people about.
Sure. One of the goals of the Convention and Visitors Bureau is to work hand in hand with Tri-County Lodging and the Board of Directors from Tri-County Lodging. Do a great job on placing about $1 million worth of advertisement out in the market, 50 miles beyond the lake and beyond, to bring visitors in. And our main collateral pieces are obviously funlake.com, our website, which is our #1 collateral piece that I would say we have. But second to that, and still very popular, is our Lake of the Ozarks vacation guide. This is the 2013 edition.
See those at all the restaurants tonight. Never fail to pick one up because there's a lot of fun stuff to look at in that.
It is the most concise piece of collateral that is out there that defines the Lake of the Ozarks and everything we have to offer. And another very popular piece is that just came out here this week is our restaurant guide. We do about 60,000 restaurant guides and about 250,000 of the vacation guides, and they go a wealth of different areas. Not only locally are they distributed through the lake area in about 600 locations, they're also sent to visitor centers. And then call to action from our advertising campaign, we'll send about 100,000 of them out to different inquiries that come into our office as well.
Well, you've had your finger in the pie for the last 7 years, at least around here, knowing what's going on. What do you see in the next 5 years in a minute's time? What could you tell us you want to happen?
I think that we are starting to see the economy take a little bit of a turn, and bringing in additional businesses. We would like to see more attractions at Lake of the Ozarks, more things for the visitors to do. I feel that we'll see continued growth and business at the lake, and hopefully increased visitation.
That's what it's all about.
Yes, it is, sir.
Yeah. So I have a few more questions that I'm personally dying to find out. And Tim, one of the neat things about your job is you get to do all the fun stuff, and all the fun stuff that's going on. You're involved in so many things. Tell us about some of the activities here at the lake featuring this summer that your organization is already part of.
Sure. We get involved in a lot of the different event committees that are going on throughout the lake area to support those events. In particular, the Bike Fest, which will be in September in the fall. It's the 7th annual Bike Fest. I chair that committee, and we do a lot of work on advertising the lake and promoting the lake outside of the area to bring in those visitors for Bike Fest and try to have an impact throughout the lake area. Last year we had about 20,000 bikes for Bike Fest, and had several vendor areas and events going on in the lake area. The bikers themselves have told us that they really like the strip area. I think you'll see a lot more growth down there as far as Bike Fest goes, with vendor village areas down at the Dam Bait Shop and Campground. I know it's secured quite a few vendors already. Mark Barrett over at Dog Days will have some vendors. Jack Fleming up at Harley Davidson will have some vendors, and then folks out at Camden on the Lake will also have vendors. And we've seen a lot more inquiries from the vendors, which is telling us that the word is getting out about Bike Fest. So we're excited about that event. It's got a lot of shelf life for the lake. Again, going into the 7th year, we watched it grow steadily and feel the lake has great rides to offer and great opportunity for those bikers. So takes some time. Another time-consuming committee that I sit on is the air show out at the Camdenton Memorial Airport, working hand in hand with the city of Camdenton and the folks out at Air Lake Aviation, Corey Lewerke and those individuals, putting together that show for the 3rd year. We've got a lot of great support from the businesses here in the community to be able to fund about $50,000 budget to bring in some great aircraft and salute our military, recognize our veterans, bring the B-25 in and take some veterans up for some rides, and try to make a little history there for them. And we have a jet truck that goes 350 miles an hour and some aerobatic planes and a lot of activities for the kids. Our goal and focus of that event is to try to maintain a free event for our community, and we were overwhelmed last year with about 15,000 people out at the Little Camdenton Airport. So we're looking forward to that as well. So those are just a couple of the committees that we sit on. We're very active with the OSS Lake of the Ozarks Power Invitational that'll be coming, and the shootout, and so we've got our hands in quite a few different events that happen here at the lake.
Well, it sounds like you have a lot of fun during the late spring and summer seasons, but I'm sure you don't shut down and go home for the other 7 months or 8 months of the year. Tell us about some things there. We've got about a minute to go.
We have a great staff. We stay very busy preparing ourselves for the season. we just talked about some of our publications coming out, where we're in the process of evaluating those publications and begin to prepare those again for next year. So it is a bit different for the CVB during the season. Is what I would say a little bit slower time for us, although we are very active in a lot of the things that go on. But the preparation prior to the season and getting information out to potential visitors and conventions and conferences to come to the lake. So we stay very busy. Blessed to have a wonderful staff at the CVB. We've got great qualified people there, and just very, very proud of everything that they're able to accomplish. So,
well, that's great. Well, your organization, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, is very important to the total economic and enjoyability impact of this lake community. So we're lucky to have you and glad to have you here for our show. And if anybody would like to get in contact with us to have an interview on the show and promote public service information that you're involved in, my name is Mike Currier. Please give us a call here at the station, and we'd be happy to plan something with you. So thanks for coming again, Tim, today. You're always a delight.
Thanks,
Appreciate
sir.
everything you do.
Appreciate the opportunity to be here today.
Yes, sir.